Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video review. I am the Tech Gooch, and I'm in my temporary studio while my new one is kind of slowly becoming available now. But that said, I'm back with another video review, and this time for another fitness tracker. This is the Q Band, or actually the Q Band HR. Essentially what this is a fitness tracker that has heart rate monitoring capability built into it. So for the money, comparable to Fitbits, things like that, this one's going to be quite a bit less. I don't think the interface is quite as intuitive as some of the other ones out there, but it does give you a lot of feedback. So obviously they send you the Fitbit, the fitness tracker, as well as the accessories to set it up, which pretty much it's charge it up and get it connected to the phone or tablet or whichever you would have through Bluetooth, and then you can go through the app and actually set up what alerts and functions and things you get as well. This one is adjustable in terms of its color as well. So they don't offer like various colors. I have it set in black mode currently. There's also a camo mode just by flipping the band over. So it's camo or black is the color. And essentially how you do that, how you pop it out basically, is it's just set into the band with a rubber guy. So you just flip it over and then put the tracker back in. So that's kind of neat. I do kind of wish that they offered different colors because I'm not a big camo fan, and I'd rather have like a blue or a brighter color. Black works fine though for that matter. Excuse me. It's going to track your basic fitness stuff from walking, how many steps you've done, how many calories you've burned, how far you've gone. You can track activities. So if you're doing a run or a biking or an event like that, you can go ahead and go into sport mode, essentially is what it's called. And how you switch mode is the touch button, which on yours is to the right here. If I push and hold that, let me get it back on here. If I push and hold that, it'll actually come up with the menu to select which one you want. And in this one, it went back to the basic one because I didn't select anything. So the leftmost one, the one that kind of looks like a star, is the daily tracker, which is what I use most frequently. I don't really track activities specifically. I just go, and as it tracks, it tracks. It does have an automatic sleep mode, so if you're wearing it and you go to sleep, it will actually track your active sleep schedule, things like that, how long you've actually slept for. And I will show you the app here in a moment. In addition to that, otherwise, I guess it's a fairly simple, small fitness tracker with a very basic band. $50 is what the standard version is going to cost you. The heart rate monitor version will cost you another $10, so $60 or $59. And I will post links to that down in the description. So I put it through the tests for actually a couple weeks. Couple things I like, couple things I don't like. For tracking capability, it's actually pretty accurate. I actually wore my Apple Watch at the same time. Now I work construction, so I do a lot of stuff, and part of that is testing the durability. I do have some scratches on here. So it can scratch. It is a plastic display. It is OLED display underneath that plastic, but it is still plastic, so you can scratch it. The sensitivity of the touch button isn't where I'd like it to be. I wish it was a little more sensitive, or if nothing else, more of a push button that would probably be a little bit easier to use, because just being able to push and hold or tap on it, I had a hard time flipping through modes as fluidly as other trackers out there. That said, it does a really good job, and it's actually pretty accurate for what it does. The heart rate capability on here is actually fairly accurate as well. Within 5% or so of what my Apple Watch was doing. So it's a fitness tracker that, for the money, does a lot. So I'm going to actually zoom in here, and we're going to actually go through the app itself so I can show you what the app is capable, or what it actually is tracking. Okay. All right, so here we are in the phone, and this is called the I Got You Life app. Essentially, and in the instructions here, it'll tell you exactly which app to download. The I Got You Life app, which you can actually scan these QR codes for each app store if you wanted to. But that said, So the I Got You Life app, if I open it up here, it'll actually tell me where I'm sitting currently. It looks like it actually still is connected to my actual tracker. One of the things that I've noticed is how long it takes for it to actually download. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the refresh button here. It's now synchronizing back with the tracker. Essentially, you synchronize it every so often to the phone. It can take several minutes. And that's probably one of my biggest gripes, is how long it takes to actually synchronize. So you can see it's downloading. And on the tracker itself, you can see it has a connection. If I can get it to focus on here. So you can see how it's connected to the phone. 28, 42. Now, I'm not the person that opens up the app regularly on my phone. I like to see it where I'm and get told that I hit my goal. But I really don't go into the phone app very, very much. And that's probably one of the second big stripe, other than how long it takes to download, especially if you haven't gone into the app for several days. Last one I hadn't gone into the app for probably almost a week, and it took probably 4 minutes for it to download all the information, which is a ridiculous amount of time in my opinion. The second thing that I don't like so much is it doesn't seem to hold information for very many days. Now, I've run that tracker every single day for the last couple weeks. So if I go back, let's see, here's yesterday's, the day before's, Tuesday's, and Monday it says I didn't have any tracks. So Monday or Sunday, you can obviously see that it only keeps about 4 days worth of information. So that's my second biggest gripe is, well, for a person that doesn't go into the app very frequently, that's kind of a pain that I can't actually see. You know, if I start downloading, I'm only able to download the last 4 days. So I have to put on my schedule to make sure that I actually open the app and synchronize my device at least once every 4 days. So that's one of my second biggest gripes. But from in here, you can see, so let's go back to a full day. Yesterday, looks like over 8 hours of sleep. Woohoo, good for me. 506 calories burned, 14,000 steps. You can just basically scroll through your week to see everything. If I go actually into the app here, I can look at any of my information from Fitness Pals to, like, if I have friends and stuff, silent alarms, data backup. If I go to settings, I can actually change all of my information, as well as change any of the stuff from device auto sleep, low activity, so if it alerts me if I don't do any activity for 30 minutes. Set goal reminders, how many steps for my goal, things like that. Dashboard layout. So let's see here, if I go into about, things like that. Notification settings is another big one, so I can get notified and I can actually select what I want to receive as my notifications. So that's all the notifications I receive. It does actually a good job of notifications. It definitely is, the vibration is very, very tactile and very easy to see. So that's a quick rundown of the app itself. So every fitness tracker has its benefits and its costs, and the storage capability I think is a definitely low point on this one, as well as how long it takes to sync. That said, the feedback you get out of this for any of your notifications is good. It is noticeable. Actually, I think the vibration feedback I get out of this was actually more noticeable than my Apple Watch, and they would actually come through at the same time. So my right wrist, I was definitely checking that more frequently because it was getting my attention more. Now, of course, on the Apple Watch, I can actually change how much vibration it does, but this one actually does a pretty good amount of vibration. Battery life, about 4 days, which obviously can go along with how long the storage, or how long how much data it can actually save on there. So before the battery dies, make sure you connect it to your phone. I didn't do that. Now, of course, I'm testing it for my purposes and figuring out what I like, what I don't like. That's a big dislike. Battery life, though, I was actually anticipating less, especially with how many notifications I was getting. A lot of notifications. Last thing is how to charge it, which I think they did a good job on this one, actually. At first, when I got it out, I was like, I don't know if I like this. I really like the charger. It just has two little pieces in here that actually go to the back here. So if I actually line them up, and there's only one way to line up, so you just kind of, what I do is I set the tracker in there and then push down on the tracker till it kind of clicks into place. And then you take this cover here, snap it on, and then when you plug it in, it'll start charging. Now, they do not give you a USB adapter, but you can plug this into any USB charging device. And a battery meter will actually come up here showing that it is charging. Works really good and doesn't let go of the device. Even if it's hanging from something, down, bouncing down the road, it's not going to stop charging because it works really good. That clasp, actually, I really do like. And then when you're done, you just open it up and just remove. And there it goes, trying to get my heart rate. So, all in all, as a fitness tracker, it works really good. And I guess I didn't go over this as well. So if I did want to change this over to camo mode, and I'll actually do that here real quick. You do have to actually spin the pin around. So you actually pull this pin out, turn it around so it's going the other direction, and then just seat it down all the way. There's a little separate ring there, and you just basically push it down all the way. And now you can flip it inside out without me putting it on my wrist. And now you have a camo tracker. So for the money and the capability of the tracker device, it's really good. It actually is. There are a few gripes there. I hope they actually improve this maybe on the Q Band too, specifically the storage. You should have a minimum of a week storage, if not, longer than that. It should not have to be connected to your phone every 4 days. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Water resistance, it is water resistant, so you can wear it in the shower. You're just not going to want to take it swimming or submerge it so much. So it has that capability of getting rain or sweat. You're not have to worry about it at all. So all in all, for the money, not a bad little guy. It was more comfortable than other fitness trackers that I've used recently. So that was a big plus. So I didn't mind actually wearing it for the 2 weeks that I was wearing it. Obviously, I still have my Apple Watch, and this does more than just fitness tracking. So for me, for what I do, I'm still sticking to my Apple Watch. But if I was just into fitness tracking, this is definitely a good, viable option, especially if you're trying to cut costs compared to like a Fitbit or any of those large company ones. That said, if you have any questions or comments, please post those below. Like, subscribe. I love for you to let me know what you think of not just the product, but also the channel itself. Now, of course, it can be a little echoey in here, so I apologize for that in advance as I'm making the transition to a much larger studio space in my home. So I got to get that ready before I can change over. But this is a good place to do it without me being bothered by my kids and pets and stuff. So I apologize also if I'm wheezing at all today, because I still got a lot of stuff in my lungs from various things. But that said, the show must go on. If you have anything to say about the channel at all, please see me at thetechgooch.com. Check us over at social media at techgooch as well. Click on the links, check out the product. If you purchase through that link, you are supporting the channel, and I want to thank you very, very much for doing so. All of my subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing and keeping with me over the years as I'm gearing up for a big push into a new category. Started it over on my Geek Smart channel, or my Geek Smart channel, and that's Jeep accessories, so that's actually coming soon. That said, I want to thank you for watching again, guys, and we will actually see you on another video. Take care. See you later.